Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome everyone to Horsburgh Gymnasium. You heard that announcement from our PA announcer for the starting lineup. So the Spartans are actually going to shoot this one with the one free throw. That was Colin Kale, who was unable to convert. It's a technical assessed against Kalamazoo to start things off because they were delayed in getting the starting lineups official and into our officials here today. So now we're going to get on with the tip. So we'll start basically with a normal game from here on out at 0-0. Colin Kale will go over there. He just shot that free throw for the tip, but it'll go the other way. Lucas Broadsword, the junior forward from Boise, Idaho, will win the tip for Kalamazoo. So they'll start with the first offensive possession. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sarzucci bringing you today's broadcast. The Spartans against Kalamazoo, and Broadsword is going to open the scoring here. Kalamazoo up 2-0, taking on the 9th-ranked Case Western Reserve University Spartans, who came off a great win just a few nights ago. Here's Kale, and short on the three-pointer. Rashid tips that rebound out, and Richie Manigo is unable to track it down. So Kalamazoo will start things up the other way. The Spartans the other night talked about the success they had against Capital. They won that one 94-87 in a battle of unbeaten teams. Gave Capital their first loss of the year. Played a couple close games before that. It was an overtime win against Denison. And here's the layup. A tough spinning shot by Carter Bandemer, sophomore guard from Howell, Michigan. Bandemer on the season has been one of their top scorers with just under 13 points a game. And as Mazzio drives in, ball went off the foot of a defender, so we'll inbound from this side of the court. And so far for the Spartans, no one's coming over to take it. Now Thorburn will. Luke Thorburn tosses it up to Rashid, now over to Mazzio. Another three-point attempt, and this one's short. And the Spartans are coming off a game as they get the offensive rebound, and Kale converts for their first points. A game where the Spartans converted 40% from long range. They hit 13 threes against Capital, 5 of them coming from Sam Trunley off the bench. Here's a drive on the right-handed side for Patrick Perez, a first-year guard from San Diego. Can't hit, so the Spartans quickly now. Manigo will stay on this end. That's off a defender. Richie Manigo, Colin Kale, Anthony Mazzio all in the starting lineup. 3 grad transfers this season for the Spartans. They've been successful with grad transfers the past couple years. Mitch Prendergast, of course, Danny Fronheim a year ago. And here's Mazzio, the point guard. We'll stop for a second and then lay it in. Mazzio's got 2, and Kale has 2 for the Spartans so far. Mazzio, the grad guard from North Canton, Ohio, Massillon Jackson High School. Here's Broadsword working it in. Once again, one-on-one with Kale. He's going to fade away. Now he's going to kick it out. Straight on three-pointer is going to be good. Perez extends the Kalamazoo lead. And another miscommunication for the Spartans. Maybe unsure who was going to inbound that one once again. And here's some full-court defense. Spartans get it across. Here's Manigo up top. Kale. Mazzio, he'll go for 3 again and can't convert. They've struggled. They're 0 for 3 from 3 to start this one off. But here's one from Richie Manigo. Just as I was talking about their struggles, Manigo converts and gets himself a three-pointer. Richie Manigo the other night had just 2 points in 17 minutes against Capital. Here's a three-pointer on the other side, and they've got it. Bobby Samples, the senior guard for Kalamazoo, converts. Mazzio, open space, got past one defender up top, and no one was left for him. An easy 2 for Anthony Mazzio, and he's got 4. The Spartans play a lot of man defense. They're in it once again. Kalamazoo didn't get a switch that time. Now they do. They've got the point guard, Ty Horkey, on Colin Kale. Now inside, Broadsword with Thorburn. Good defense for the Spartans. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Horkey. He'll drive against Kale. A floater won't go. Rashid grabs the rebound, and Umar Rashid is this team's leader in that category with 7.4 per game on the year. And we'll get some substitutions for both teams now. Connor Koki is on a first-year forward for Kalamazoo. Along with him, Lucas Hannafin. For the Spartans, Sam Trunley is on. We mentioned him briefly. He had a career high in points in that game against Capital. 24 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and he was 5 for 10 from 3. He started the game off hitting his first 4. And officials are going to get back and discuss. We'll take a timeout as they're going to review something. Not quite sure what that is exactly. But we've got a 10-9 game just about 4 minutes into this one. Kalamazoo on top of the Spartans. So what they were looking at was the substitution. So I said Connor Koki checked in the games. It was not Koki, it was 32, who's Alex Roof. On the roster, Alex Roof is listed as number 15. So they dished out an administrative technical foul. So that was the free throw right there. Sam Trunley took it and converted, and Trunley this season has been a 93% free throw shooter, the best on the team. So he's got a point. And that ties things up. 2 technical fouls we've seen for administrative purposes against Kalamazoo already here this afternoon. Spartans on offense. Mazzio, jump shot good. And they take their first lead of the game. Ian Elam has also checked into the game for the Spartans. Number 25, averaging 5 points a game, along with 5 rebounds. Trunley this time on the defensive end. Bobby Samples, who's already hit a 3 today. This time they'll drive. That's Hannafin. They'll drop it off. Here comes the double team inside. Trunley and Thorburn scoops the rebound out of there. And he'll take it all the way across the court. Now he'll pull up. Trunley thought about a long 3. He hit a couple of those the other night, including one just before the halftime buzzer. Here's Mazzio, struggling to get into a rhythm shooting. He's got 6 points though, but it feels like he's not in that rhythm that he likes to be at. He's just 3 for 6 from the field. Another sub, JJ Stevens is going to enter the game for Kalamazoo. Here comes a form of full court defense for the Spartans. They leave Hannafin with some room, and now a long shot for 3. And Carter Bandemer has got 3. Bandemer on the season for the Hornets, averaging a little bit under 13 points a game, so certainly a dynamic weapon for him. And he's a great 3-point shooter as well, 40% from long range. The Spartans will retake the lead, 14-13, just over 5 minutes into this one. Here's Roof, trying to slip one through, a tough pass, and a little bit out of the reach of JJ Stevens, the sophomore forward. So the Spartans will now bring in Preston Mako. Mako, another one of those grad transfers. He had 11 points the other day against Capital, along with 3 rebounds. And Mako will take this one up. He also hit 3 threes. Defensive effort. Roof chases it down. It's going to be Kalamazoo ball. The Hornets will get it.
Guard 25. Alex, you got 4. You got 4.
So inbound, Trunley on the defense. Also on the far side, Anand Dharmarajan is checked into the game. Defensively, the three-pointer won't go for Kalamazoo. That was Bandamer once again trying to add to his total. He's got 5 points already. Trunley drops it off to Dharmarajan. Gives it to Kale, and Kale just lost it. Other way, fast break opportunity. That one's blocked by Kale. Colin Kale had 2 blocks the other day against Capital, and he adds to his total. He's got now 13 on the season. So he's got 7. It was Rashid's number that I was looking at. And that's another three-pointer for Bobby Samples. A lot of shot blockers on this Spartan team so far this season. That was their 32nd block shot, and this just their 6th game. They come in at 5-0. And Samples got tripped up. Hornets wanted a call for a moving screen, didn't get it. Elam will drive in against Stevens. He'll go up and finish at the rim. First points for Ian Elam today. Samples going inside, behind the back, passes it off to Stevens. He's got 2 defenders draped all over him. 3-ball, just a little bit off. And the rebound, Elam. Tie game so far, 16 all. Dharmarajan's got to get it off. He'll dish it off to Trunley. Driving in, spinning. Thought about the shot, didn't have it. Elam out, Mako. He'll shoot for 3. Won't go. Rebound, Samples. The other way. We've got a fast-paced contest here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. And now they'll reset. Stevens will go other way. Samples, now Roof. Trying to work on Rashid one-on-one, and he may have traveled. Slid that foot. It's a turnover, and the Spartans will get it back with a chance to retake the lead. Already we've had 4 lead changes in this first half. We're just under 8 minutes into it, 12:20 on the clock. Kalamazoo started, they were up 7-4, and the Spartans kept it close the whole time. They were up 4-0 before that. Long 3 from Trunley, and he's got it! Picking up right where he left off the other day. Sam Trunley's got 6 points. Long pass to get it in. There's Gabriel Sharp in the game. He's second on this team in scoring, 13 points a game. Off the glass, and Lucas Broadsword back in the game will pop it in. Trunley thought about another 3. This time he'll drive in. A tough layup. Elam grabs the board. Offensive rebound, and he just swiped it away from him. Lucas Hannafin got it for the Hornets. Roof will go up. Rashid might have gotten a piece of that. Other way, Mako quickly. Mazzio. Trunley. 3 once again. Sam Trunley no good this time. And it'll go out of play right in front of that Hornet bench as Dougie Blackwood will check in. He's a sophomore guard from Tampa. Nick Giard, the head coach for this Kalamazoo team in his 5th season, taking on Todd McGinnis. Of course, we talk about his success as the Spartans head coach, has taken this team to the NCAA tournament the last 2 years, the first 2 appearances in program history, and they got the first UAA championship last season. That was also the first in program history. 2 defenders swarming the ball. Here's DJ Ferguson, number 0, on the floor. And the 3-ball. Dougie Blackwood just checked in, and he's got it. There's Ferguson putting on some full court pressure on Mazzio. 0-on-0. Anthony Mazzio trying to find some room. We'll go to Manigo. This defense is moving around all over the place, staying in a zone look right now. Inside, Rashid, he'll go up, he'll get the foul, can't finish on the shot. But that'll send Umar Rashid to the line. Spartans a year ago, 22-4, UAA champions again for the first time. They had the UAA Player of the Year. They did lose 3 first-team UAA players, including Mitch Prendergast, as Colin Kale will check back in. Colin Kale started 51 games at Sewanee. He had 15 points a game, 5 rebounds per game, and was a 2-time All-SAA selection. Here's some full court defense for them. Rashid, Mako, now Mazzio. Mazzio, who was a 4-year starter at Baldwin Wallace. The shot up by Ferguson won't go. Kale fighting for the rebound. Ferguson grabs it after a loose ball. He'll go up, second chance, he's got it. And Kalamazoo retakes the lead, 23-21. Here's a 3 ball from Kale that won't go. And they're gonna get a foul call against Gabriel Sharp, and that's gonna be the second against Sharp now, so he'll have to come out of the game. Patrick Perez back in the game, started the game, and Perez has 3 points. Spartans gotta get it in. They'll go out to Manigo for 3. That one's off the rim. Pushing the rebound out to Kale. Great job by Luke Thorburn fighting for it inside. Now Rashid will go for 3. He's got it. Umar Rashid. And that's 5 points for him on the night. Full court defense continuing for the Spartans. They pull this out from time to time, but have seen it a lot so far today. And inside, Luke Thorburn's going to get called for the foul as Broadsword was going up. Broadsword's got 2 points already. This will be his first trip to the line. Broadsword, who's under 50% from the line this season. He converts on this one to tie things up. 9:42 left here in the first half, and we have had an intense matchup. The Spartans no stranger to these after the last couple of games they've played. Mentioned the 7-point victory over Capital. Before that, it was an overtime victory against Denison. This will be the last home game they'll play here in 2023. Mazzio trying to thread it through inside to Manigo. Won't go. Defense was there. Ty Horkey back in the game, and they'll bring it across the court. Here's Broadsword going outside. And Ferguson can't convert on the 3. Offensive rebound once again. Horkey. Some room for Perez. Step back, and Thorburn was there defensively. He won't shoot that. Manigo's going to poke that away from Broadsword, and here comes some more subs. Samples coming back in the game alongside Bandemer, and then Sam Trunley for the Spartans. And Trunley, after that performance the other night, became the 3rd highest scorer for the Spartans on the year. He's averaging just under 13 a game, along with 5 rebounds. Shot clock winding down. Samples got to shoot. Kale and now Thorburn. They dish it off. Rashid is going to go up, and they're going to say the shot didn't come off in time. Rashid went up and may have gotten called for a foul had that shot gone up in time. But as the shot clock was winding down, it was a nice pass to get it through from Samples, but just not enough for them to get that one up. It's a 25-24 lead. The largest lead for either team has been 4. Rashid for 3. Got it! That's his 2nd of the day. He's got 8. Umar Rashid quietly had 14 points the other day. and is picking up where he left off as well. Here's a three on the other side. Kalamazoo can't answer on this possession. Second chance. They get the offensive rebound. Broadsword inside. Tough layup off the glass. He's got it. Tie game once again. Trunley slowing things down now. Perez is on him. Rashid and Kale up top with him. Here's Rashid. Rashid working on Blackwood. Now other side, Thorburn. Staying outside the arc right now. No one's driven in. With 10 on the shot clock, they might just have to. Here's Kale working on Broadsword. A lot of contact as Kale went up, and a foul's going to be called against Lucas Broadsword. It's going to be the first foul. And it looks like the officials are going to review that. Coach Todd McGinnis asked about it, and they'll get a review for a potential flagrant. So we're going to step aside. We'll take a break. 7:57 left here in the first half. We've got a tie game, 27-all. So the call after that long review is just 2 shots for Colin Kale. Couple subs, Ty Horkey back in the game. Sam Coleman, for the first time, a senior forward from San Diego. A couple members of the Spartan women's basketball team have also filed into the gym here, including Jordan Call. How about the night she had last night? 16 points, one shy of her career high, as the Spartans dominated Kenyon College. The men's are taking on the Kalamazoo Hornets here today at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Mazzio tipped that pass, and Coleman scooped it up. Went over to Horkey. Horkey's got the ball now, working on Thorburn, driving in, top shot. A couple Spartan defenders in the area, and they can't hit. So the Spartans up 2. Sam Trunley's got it out top. Mazzio with the ball screen. Trunley looked like he was going to go shoot, then try to drop it off to Rashid. Defense was there. Thorburns going to try and tie up, and a timeout's going to be called wisely by Coach Nick Giard to avoid the tie-up as Sam Coleman had the ball on the floor. 29-27 with 7:20 left, and we'll step aside. Lucas Hannafin will check back into the game, sophomore guard from Chelsea, Michigan. We saw him earlier in this first half. We've got 7:14 left as Samples will take it up. Here's Horkey, now to Coleman. Back to Samples. A lot of movement for Kalamazoo on offense. Perez will take the 3, no good. Rebound. Colin Kale will get in the whistle. It'll go in favor of the Spartans. Colin Kale's now got 4 rebounds on the day, and that leads the team. Thorburns got 3 as well. Kale came into this one averaging about 7 rebounds a game. He had 8 in that last outing against Capital. Here's Trunley out to Kale. He'll shoot for 3, and he's got it. Colin Kale got himself 7 points. Coleman, then Horkey. Horkey's working on Kale. May not be the matchup they want. He'll kick it out. Samples thought about a 3. Inside Horkey, he'll drive. Hook shot won't go. Couple tough shots inside. The Spartans turn it over quickly. Here's Horkey. His 5-point lead is the largest of the day for the Spartans. 32-27. Horkey, they'll get the switch. Trunley's on Coleman inside. Instead, they'll shoot a 3, and Samples won't get it. Rebound. They're going to say a push on Coleman. He can't believe it. So it's Spartan ball. Preston Mako will check back into the game once again. Trunley taking his time, getting up there. Horkey's on him defensively. Mazzio on the screen now. Trunley, he'll kick it out. Kale behind the back. Oh my goodness, Colin Kale, how about that? The finish at the rim. And Kale's got 9, the largest Spartan lead, 7 points. And if that doesn't spark the Spartan bench, I'm not sure what will. A blocked shot off of it. Trunley, fast break. He's going to finish at the rim. And Kalamazoo will call a timeout. They need one right now as the Spartans have jumped out to a 9-point lead. Kale and then Trunley. Carter Bandemer is back in for the Hornets. He'll inbound to Samples. Bobby Samples leads the team with 8 points so far today. Here's Vandermeer going to Samples. Samples is shooting 75% from the field on the day, and they'll turn it over. Trunley steps in front of that pass. They'll hand it off to Mazzio, back to Trunley, directing traffic. Rashid, Kale moving around. Kale's gonna get the ball screen. Now out to Mazzio, he's got some time, he can shoot this, and it's a little bit short. It was accurate. Spartans with a couple nice back-to-back plays. Colin Kale with a huge dunk, and then Sam Trunley off a turnover, fast break to extend this lead to 9. Ty Horkey trying to change that. He's cut it down to 6. It's the first points of the day for Ty Horkey. Before that, he was 0 for 4 from the field. And that ends a 9-0 Spartan run as well. This game was 27-all at one point, and then the Spartans sort of took over from there. He's a fade away from Rashid, and it won't go. Horkey once again working it up top. Over to Samples. And Coleman trying to find some room against this tough Spartan defense. The Spartan defense that's allowing just about 73 points a game. This one's laid in, a nice finish by Vandermeer. And it's suddenly a 5-0 run for Kalamazoo coming out of that timeout. So the Spartans need an answer. Mazzio, Trunley. Trunley's got 8 points on the day, coming off a career game for him. Mazzio, Rashid was cutting inside, didn't like it. He'll take it himself, nearly lost the ball, gets it back. Fadeaway jump shot, good. Anthony Mazzio. And he's got 8 now. He had 6 very early in the first 5 minutes of the game. We got 3 scorers with 8, and then Colin Kale with 9. Under 3 minutes now to play in this first half. Samples over to Horkey, working on Trunley on the baseline. A tough shot, and Rashid might have made some contact. That would be the first foul for Rashid, and it is. So we'll have 2 shots coming up for Ty Horkey, and Horkey this season, a 75% free throw shooter.
What are they doing that's hurting us offensively besides putting
Kalamazoo on the season 5-2. They lost their first match against Denison. We mentioned the Spartans played them in a tough game. It was an 8-point loss for Kalamazoo. Then they won 5 straight and are coming off a loss against Chicago, of course a familiar opponent for Case Western Reserve. Chicago a UAA opponent as well. And a close game, a 67-63 defeat for Kalamazoo. So trying to right the ship here today and take down the number 9 team in the country in the Case Western Reserve University Spartans, the undefeated Spartans, 5-0. Mazzio over to Manigo. Kale, now Mazzio, he'll shoot for 3. This time he's got it, and Mazzio's got 11 points. The first player over double digits tonight. So it's back up to a 7-point lead. Roof with the spinning hook shot won't go. Mazzio's got it quickly the other way. Pop it off to Manigo. Kick it out to Kale. Now Kale inside. The ball was stripped away from him, and a foul is going to be called, I believe, against Horkey, and that's what the call is. Ty Horkey is going to get called for his first. So not a shooting foul. So we're going to inbound here. Mako will lob it up to Elam. That's Ian Elam back in the game. Manigo out to Mako. Just lost the ball for a second, got it right back. Kale Mazzio. Some nice dribbling from him, and that ball was tipped. Elam recovers it, can't finish. Spartans rebound. Kale, he'll go up and get it. How about Colin Kale? Now he's got 11. Four boards for the grad transfer as well. Again, came in averaging 7 a game. Out to the wing, Horkey working on Manigo. Baseline, he'll stop his dribble. He'll cut inside Roof. Had some space for a second. Spartans defense recovers, but Broadsword gets back there just in time. Now Lucas Broadsword's got 8 points. A minute and some change left, and the Spartans holding on to a 7-point lead. They've taken the largest lead a couple times, now at 9. Here's Mako for 3, and he's got it. Preston Mako extends it. Now the largest lead of the day for the Spartans, 46-36. And we got 46 seconds in this first half. Broadsword hands it off. Bandemer out to the wing. Samples. Mako's on him. He'll go all the way across the court. Horkey's got some room. Short on the 3. Elam's got it. About a second and a half separating the shot and the game clock. And Coach Todd McGinnis will tell the Spartans to slow things down. Mazzio's going to take his time. Started 4 years at point guard for Baldwin Wallace, averaged 16 points a game this year for the Spartans. He's their leader in terms of scoring, averaging 17 a game. He's a first-team All-OAC selection. Here's Mako as the shot clock winds down, and Kale might have stepped out on that baseline. So it's going to be a Spartan turnover with 2.2 to play in this first half. Rashid will head in. He'll take Mazzio out. The last game, the Spartans were able to convert on their last possession of the half, and this time it'll be Kalamazoo if they can get a shot off with 2.2 left. Here's Horkey, and he'll shoot from 3, and just a little bit off target there. So the Spartans take a 10-point lead off of Preston Mako 3, and Anthony Mazzio and Colin Kale's 11 points have led them to a 10-point lead. 46-36. After the first half of play, we've got a great one here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second period. A great first half here from Horsburgh Gymnasium on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. I'm Sarzucci, excited for the remainder of this contest between the Spartans and the Kalamazoo Hornets. Started off the game with a technical free throw, administrative issues. Spartans didn't convert on that one, but they got two more on another administrative issue. So two administrative technical fouls were called against Kalamazoo in that first half. Here's Richie Manigo, fresh into the second. And Colin Kale on the rebound. He's going to go up for some second chance points, and he's going to convert. Colin Kale in that first half, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Here's a quick three on the other side, and Kale's added 2 more to that total. He's got 13 points on the day to lead all scorers as Manigo works inside. Now kick out to Mazzio. Mazzio hit a three-pointer in the first half. Here's Rashid, and Umar Rashid, no good on this one. Nearly got another offensive rebound. That time Luke Thorburn came flying in there. The Spartans hit 7 threes in that first half, and they also had a 9-0 run that lasted about 3 minutes, ended at 5:19 to go in that first half. And that's been the big reason why they were able to separate as Perez comes cutting in towards the basket. The Spartan defense recovers nicely. Now 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ty Horkey. He's got to work outside. He's got to get a shot off. 2-1, and it comes off. No good. A little bit off target there. A tough shot, but he had to go for it. Here's Kale for 3. Kale had an incredible dunk in that first half. He had a behind-the-back dribble to get by the defense. Here's Horkey on a 3 the other side, and Ty Horkey has his second 3 of the day. He's got 6 points. Count 2 free throws, got 8 total. Those are his only 2 field goals made today. Other than that, outside of those 2 threes, he's been 0 for 6. Mazzio, step back. Rolled in and out. Offensive rebound, Colin Kale, how about that? He's got himself another one. Thorburn on the wing, into Rashid. Now Mazzio, they'll reset. Now Mazzio will take a shot, a long one, and he's got 3 more. Puts the Spartans up by 12, and Mazzio has got 14 points now. Perez trying to match that, and he does. Patrick Perez, we're raining 3s right now in Horsburgh. We had a really good matchup. It was 27-27 with about 8.5 minutes left to go in that first half. Then we mentioned that Spartans 9-0 run, and then Kalamazoo came firing back. So it was a 10-point lead at half, but really a closer game than it seemed as Mazzio kicks to Manigo. Shot clock at 7. Kalamazoo trying to upset the number 9 team in the country. 2 on the shot clock, and Mazzio, a beautiful dribble drive, finishes up top, and Bobby Samples is a little bit shaken up on that play. He's up on his feet, but he's a little bit gimpy. He's going to likely check out of this game.
Bobby!
So they're going to bring Gabriel Sharp back in this one. Bobby Samples has 8 points, just tied for the most for the Hornets today. So if he can't go, that's going to be a tough loss. Gabe Sharp played just 2 minutes in that first half. Spartans bring Sam Trunley back on the floor as well, and Trunley had a nice first half. He gets himself a steal there for the moment. The ball's still loose, and now Thorburn recovers it. Sam Trunley in the first half, 8 points and a rebound along with 2 assists. Here's Mazzio, another 3. This one a little bit off target to the right. Remains an 11-point Spartan lead. Beautiful pass, threading that through a couple defenders, and Perez is going to finish at the rim. A chance for a 3-point play. Patrick Perez, the first-year guard. He's got 6 points now and a chance to make it 7. Actually make it 8 after that last play. He's got 2 3-pointers already in that first half. And now he's got 9. 3-point play complete. The Hornets have their hands full with this Spartan offense. Attack coming from everywhere. Mazzio, 16 points. Here's Kale for 3. He's got it. Colin Kale with 16 as well. Stevens will go to Perez. Thought about another 3. Rashid defensively was there. They get a switch. Trunley's on Perez now. Bandemer tried to cut in. Thorburn stuck his hand out. Stole it. He's going to go up and finish it off the glass. Luke Thorburn adds 2 to the Spartan lead. It's up to 13 now. Just under 5 minutes into the second half. 58-45, and Luke Thorburn's got his first points of the day. The Hornets need an answer. Perez will drive in, take it himself, and he'll stop that as Kale was bearing down on him. Going up, Horky. Floater is good. The Spartans quickly back the other way. Mazzio will drop it off. Kale. Now Trunley thought about going inside. Kale was matched up with J.J. Stevens in there. Mazzio, another drive. Hook shot, scoops it in. A tough shot off balance, and Mazzio's up to 18 points. We mentioned coming into this one, he averages 17 points a game, which is the most so far this season for the Spartans. Had a couple games where he went over 25 a couple weeks ago. He's got it himself once again. Now Thorburn gets pushed around to the right side. Here's Trunley for 3, off target.
Go game, go game, go game.
Mazzio was named the UAA Athlete of the Week. Mentioned a couple weeks ago, he had 27 points per game in 2 contests. 29 and then 25 in back-to-back games. The other day he had 12, which has sort of been somewhat of a lower output for him this season. That's pretty impressive when you say 12 is low. He's got it himself once again, isolated with Ty Horky, and he's going to throw it away. Perez, Kale defensively there, got a block but a foul.
Leave Gabe and Ty. Leave Gabe and Ty. Ty, good? Hey, good D.
That's going to send Perez to the line. Patrick Perez.
22 on the make.
First one rolls in and out. He's got 9 points on the day as a lot of subs coming in. Perez hit his first free throw of the day on a 3-point play.
On the make, Ty. On the make.
So Spartans getting their substitutes in as well. Anand Dharmarajan is back in the game. Mako's in, Ian Elam is in as well. Lucas Broadsword back in on the other side, and they're bringing Lucas Hannafin in as well. Bobby Samples is also back in the game. Mentioned he was shaken up a little bit on an earlier play, but looks like he's good to go. He's on Trunley right now defensively, and that's a tough matchup.
Double, double.
Kale inside, Elam cutting in, and he'll finish. Ian Elam, a nice play at the glass. He's got 4 points, assist from Kale. Broadsword drops it off. Forky, Hannafin with Dharmarajan on him. Ball was stripped away. Steal for Anand Dharmarajan coming off the bench. Going over to Trunley, driving in. Puts it out, now he's trying to find Elam. Ball got loose for a second. Now a 3-ball won't go off the rim. Offensive rebound. Mako, second chance, good. 14-point lead for the Spartans. And we're going to have a timeout. 64-50. Spartans on top with 13 minutes left in the second half of play. So we had a short review. I'm not exactly sure what they looked at, but that was the reason for the extended break that time. So it's a 14-point lead for the Spartans. Kalamazoo coming back the other way. Samples works outside. Hannafin for three. Didn't get it. Sam Trunley off the long rebound, trying to work it to Mako, and he may have gotten fouled before he got that pass off. And it's going to go against Alex Roof. For Roof, that's his first. Mako, long ball to Trunley. Did a nice job to catch that in the back court. Instead of falling behind that line, it would have been a violation. Out top, Elam. Looking for Trunley on the wing. Working inside on Ty Horkey. He'll go up.
Hold that down here.
Foul's going to be called against Horkey. So that'll send Sam Trunley to the line. And Ty Horkey came in with 18 points a game. He's got 12 today. Started off slow, but he's 4 for 10 now from the field, including 2 3-pointers, and Kalamazoo needs to hold the Spartans right now. Dharmarajan for three, no good. Kale may have gone over the back that time, going up for the rebound, and he looks like he knew it too. The second foul for Colin Kale. Kale has been having a great game. He's hit 2 threes. He's got 16 points, and he's got 8 rebounds along with 2 blocks. Samples working inside. A lot of white jerseys in there. And a whistle. It's going to be called against Anand Dharmarajan. And they'll sub him out. Bring in Umar Rashid. So the Hornets get a new 20. Samples to inbound. Rashid over him. Roof up top. Now Horkey. Back to Roof. Samples trying to drive in. Finds Broadsword up top. A floater won't go. And then who's that out on? They're going to say it's Hornet ball. Gabriel Sharp coming back in the game. Well, inbound once again. Samples, that time Trunley stepped in front of it. Another turnover.
Go, nice play. We're good. Get back. Get back.
Sam Trunley will reset the offense. Over to Rashid. He's got Kale on the wing. That's where he'll go. Kale looking to drive in. Doesn't have the look he likes. Elam, now Trunley. He'll work inside, a high arcing ball, and he'll get it to pop in off the glass. And one pops right out. Looked like it may have been Colin Kale who got the last touch. How about Sam Trunley? He's up to 10 points once again off the bench. Samples out on the wing. Kale on him. He lost the ball, and that's going to be Spartan ball now. It's the 9th turnover for Kalamazoo. Trunley, he's got Hannafin pressing him all the way down the court. Elam ball screen. Work it inside Rashid. They've got a mismatch in there, and Umar Rashid makes him pay. Extends this lead. The largest Spartan lead of the night continues to get bigger. It's up to 18 points now. Hannafin trying to work it inside Broadsword. Elam defensively recovers. Now a 3 comes off, and they've got it. Carter Bandemer's got 3. And he's got 10 on the night.
Go, Lucas.
Trunley, he's going to get a reach against Hannafin. Trunley up top. Wanted to go outside, lost the ball. Now Rashid does get it. And the pass from Kale. Rashid gets 3 more. He's got 13 points. Mentioned Rashid had 14 the other night against Capital and continues to be a key offensive player. He nearly got a block that time. And instead, it's 2 more for Kalamazoo. Umar Rashid is the leading returning scorer this season for the Spartans. Averaged 13 points a game last year, along with 5 rebounds. And a foul is going to give the Spartans a chance for another 3-point play. Send Colin Kale to the line. He's got 18 points now. Under 10 minutes to play in this one, and it's a 73-55 Spartan lead.
Get in there, JJ, get in there.
It was a 10-point Spartan lead at halftime, and they've continued to pressure offensively. 27 points in the first 10.5, make it 28 of this second period of play. Defense, Elam got a hand on that ball. Thought about a shot that time, Sharp did. They'll work it inside, Stevens off the glass, he's got it. And Hannafin's gonna get another foul. He's gonna push Mazzio that time. That's 2 fouls in the last 3 possessions on Hannafin. We're gonna have a timeout from Kalamazoo. We'll step aside. The Spartans have pushed it to a 17-point lead, 9:07 to play. Nine minutes to play here from Horsburgh Gymnasium, the number 9th ranked team in the country, Case Western Reserve University, taking on Kalamazoo. We've had a good game today. Kalamazoo was down by 10 at half. Just before that, it was 27-all. The Spartans went on a 9-0 run as this pass goes across the court. We're now with 5 on the shot clock. Look at that ball movement, and Mako finishing it off. He's got another 3. Preston Mako has been a great addition to this Spartans lineup, and he's got 2 threes on the day. He's got 8 points. Mako, one of those grad transfers, started 68 games over at Wesleyan. 10 points a game, just under 6 rebounds, and here's Ty Horkey, can't get it to go, and there's a rebound right on cue for number 14, Mako. Kale inside. They poke the ball away from him. Who's that going to be out on?
Hey, Lucas, we're in it, we're in it.
Looks like we're going to stay on this end. Looks like it's going to be Spartan ball. officials might want to take a look at this. So we're going to see who that's out on. As it stands, it's Spartan ball with a 20-point lead and 8:04 left. So we'll stay where we were. Spartan ball. Mako is set to inbound. Pop it into Mazzio. They got 16 on the shot clock. Mako out top, looking for a teammate. He's going to go inside to Kale. How about Kale trying to finish at the rim? Rolls around there. He's got a smile on his face as he gets it to go. And Colin Kale, how about this night he's having? 21 points alongside 2 3-pointers, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 5 assists. Colin Kale's been a great addition for the Spartans as they got a timeout, and we'll step aside. They're going to reset the clock here, but as it stands, it's a 22-point Spartan lead. Jalen Hewitt is going to check in. Another one of those grad transfers. He's going to take Mako off. Hewitt playing defense right now on Hannafin. Hannafin's going to drive, now kick it out to Horkey, who will go for 3. Left is short. Now Stevens gets the offensive rebound. Out to Roof, trying to drive in himself. Kale's on him. Tough shot off the glass. Stevens another offensive rebound. Elam with the block. The Spartans had 5 blocks in the first half, and they've added a couple here in the second as well. Rashid has got himself a 3. Umar Rashid, 16 points. How about these Spartan scores? Kale with 21, Mazzio with 18, and Rashid with 16, and that's certainly tough to stop when you got 3 players who can score at that level. As Jalen Hewitt grabs the rebound. It's an 82-57 ball game with 6:45 here in the second half of play. Elam out to Rashid, back to Kale. Kale will drive in, spinning layup, gets it to go off the glass. Colin Kale, 23 points, and we'll have another timeout. The Spartans on top, 84-57. So I mentioned Colin Kale came over as a grad transfer this year. A couple baskets ago when he passed 20 points, he reached the 1,000-point milestone for his career. So our PA announcer, Alex Gould, gave him a nice shout out. The crowd loved it and got cheers and applause from his teammates as well. So Colin Kale having a historic game. 1,000 points, of course, a big deal. He's got 23 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 blocks. And he's shooting 75% from the field. He's been unstoppable, not only today, but really this entire season. Came in averaging 15 points and 7 rebounds a game. Working this inside, broadsword will get it to go. The Spartans bring on a couple subs. Diego Echevarria is on along with Aaron Rucker. Here's Echevarria with the ball. Now Rucker out to Hewitt. Hewitt will shoot. Jump shot, no good. It's a 25-point lead for the Spartans. Here's Perez. Had a good start to this second half. Has gone quiet since. His first shot blocked, second one will go. And Perez has got 12 points now. They got 3 players with 12 points. Broadsword, Horky, and Perez now. Here's Kale for 3 more. Why not? At it, Colin Kale. 26 points. Not a foul inside. And if you're going to reach that 1,000-point milestone, this is the way to do it for Kale. It's the most he's scored now as a Spartan with 26. Before that, he scored 23 in that game against Pitt Bradford. Couple more subs. Now Kale will check out. That might be the last action we see of him today. And he's had an incredible game and has tied his season high with 8 rebounds as well. So it's Broadsword. Second free throw, good. Here's Echevarria with the ball. We got 5 minutes left to play in this one. As Dharmarajan goes up, can't get it to go. That second shot won't count. Foul's going to be called against Patrick Perez. Still a 25-point Spartan lead.
Hey, Carter, 5-zip punch.
First free throw good for Dharmarajan. Second one will go as well. Just his first trip to the line all season. Dharmarajan getting a lot of action today. Came in the first half as well. He's played more minutes today than he had all season. He's going to go outside. Hewitt for 3. No good. Left it a little bit short. The Spartans have just exploded in this second half. They had 46 in the first. They've got 43, and they've got a turnover right now. Hewitt's going to go inside all the way down the lane. Shot was blocked. Now outside. They brought in another substitute at that last break as well. Echevarria's got the ball. Hewitt will go up. Can't get it to fall. And it's out of bounds. Caleb Chapman is in the game now as well for the Spartans. He's a sophomore guard. Down the lane, Hannafin. Swiping hands all down in there. Hewitt and Echevarria were there. Echevarria's got the ball. And he'll hand it off to Chapman. Chapman will go
Good dog, good dog.
back over to Fox. Echevarria, 3-ball, he's got one. The Spartans continue to pour it on. This is a Spartan team that on the season was averaging 88 points a game. They've just surpassed that, and they've got 92 after that last 3. And here's an answer on the other side for Kalamazoo. That was Dougie Blackwood hitting himself in his own 3. We've got a full timeout from Kalamazoo. We've got 3:26 left in this one, and the Spartans have taken control. 92-65. So the Spartans getting into their lineup now. I mentioned Dre Fox was about to check in. He's in now. Charlie Fox is also in. Number 3, Elvin Stoll was on that last possession. He's checked out. They've brought in number 24, Ethan Nowak. That shot won't go. And number 20, Jake Sambuccino is also in. He's a first-year guard from Erie, Pennsylvania.
Be ready, Doug, to help. Be ready to help, Doug. You got Pat, you got Pat.
There's Caleb Chapman. He was also in on that last possession as well. Charlie Fox playing defense for the Spartans. Patrick Perez has got it. Had a good night. 12 points for Perez. He's hit 2 threes. Got 3 boards as well. Here's a long ball that won't go. That was Connor Kookie. There's Blackwood. He hit a 3 a few moments ago. He's going to go for another one. That one off the back iron won't go. Chapman quickly the other way. Under 3 minutes to go in this one. Here's Dre Fox off to Charlie Fox and lofts one up, and it's good. Charlie Fox, first-year guard from Paynesville, gets the assist from Dre, the first-year guard from Seattle. Long shot off the glass, won't go. Now inside, Kokie's got it. So it's been an interesting game. It was close for most of that first half, really all of that first half. Spartans sort of pulled away a little bit at the end, a 10-point lead, and did not trail at any point here in the second half of play. In that first half alone, we had 9 lead changes, 7 ties. And after 27-27, the Spartans have led since then. And since that moment, they've scored 70 points, 97-67. It's a 30-point margin now. Hannafin will go for 3. He's got it off the glass. Lucas Hannafin, and that's his first basket of the night. Dre Fox out top for the Spartans. He'll drive in, now kick it to the wing. Sambuccino going inside, and he won't get it. 60 seconds and some change left to go. Foul's going to be called against Dre Fox. First free throw, no good. Taking a look at these teams' schedules coming up ahead after this one. Kalamazoo's got a month of road games here in December. They'll take on Lake Forest on Wednesday. Then they'll head down to California. They'll play Redlands and then Cal Lutheran. And then finally we'll return home January 4th against Trine for the Spartans on the other side. This will be the last home game for them of this season, or the 2023, this first half of the season, rather. They'll head to Adrian, taking on another Michigan team. That's a tough conference, too, that MIAA conference. Adrian College, familiar opponent for Kalamazoo. Hiram will be after that. That'll be the following Monday on the road for the Spartans. Then they'll head to Earlham, and then they'll head to the D3Hoops.com Classic, the tournament, which is in Las Vegas. Oswego State and Clark University will be the Spartans' opponents there. That'll be December 28th and 29th. Get a little bit of a break around the new year. Head to Carnegie Mellon on the first weekend of UAA play as a 3-ball comes off from Sambucino. And he's got it. The Spartan bench is loving it. And they've gotten to 100 points. And for the Spartans, just the second time this season that they've topped 100. They'll be back here at home on January 12th for the first Friday, Sunday of UAA play. They'll take on NYU and then Brandeis that weekend. And they'll dribble this one out. 100-73 is your final. And how about the day for Colin Kale? 26 points to lead the Spartans, doing it all over the floor. Mazzio with 18, Rashid with 16. And what a game for the Spartans, who shot 57% from the field. And that'll close out their 2023 first half of the season here at home. And again, we'll be back here at Horsburgh Gymnasium on January 12th for the first Friday night matchup. That'll be a 7:30 tip. Ron Jans will be back when we'll have you on that call. Great day for the Spartans. And they'll start their season 6-0. Thank you as always for tuning in to Spartan men's basketball here at Case Western Reserve University. And since we won't see you till the new year, have a happy holiday season, and we'll see you in January. Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your evening.